Hey there, welcome to this video, and today we are going to talk about tips and tools on learning languages. And now I know what you think, like, this guy is probably going to tell me that I should use Duolingo and that I should practice a lot, and that's actually not what I'm going to tell you in this video. In this video we are going to talk about tips and tools that aren't directly related to language learning, but that will make your journey on language learning a lot easier and way more fun. So the first tip is a very easy and basic one, but maybe also a very important one, and that is simply to get Dutch into your daily life. So how you can do that? Well, first start with changing your phone and computer system language to Dutch, or the language you're learning. So if your phone is on English, Espanol, Svenska or Deutsch, which always sounds a bit more harsh, even it is a very beautiful language, then just change it to Nederlands. That's how we call Dutch. Like, we Dutch people don't say Dutch or Deutsch, because that's also a mistake that's common made, but we just say Nederlands. And if you don't know how to change the system language on your computer or phone, then just go to the description, because I put some links to videos that will show you simply how to change the language on your phone or computer. Besides that, also start reading like Dutch newspapers, watch Dutch movies, and actually everything that you can do in your target language, just do it in your target language. At the first couple of days, maybe few weeks, it will give you a headache because it's really hard, and even if you're like looking at your phone in your target language, then you'll probably not understand what's there. If you go to your settings, you'll probably think like, how do I even change this back to my own language? But trust me, after some time you will understand it. You have to search for all the words, and it's really helpful. You will understand the language way better by just doing normal things. And the second tool for this video is something I wish I found out way earlier, because this is really helpful, and it's called Lipsurf. So Lipsurf is a Chrome browser extension that actually allows you to not even touch the keyboard on your computer, which simply means that you can speak to your computer to let it do the things you normally would do with your keyboard or your mouse. And the best thing is that it works very great with Duolingo. So now you can probably guess what you can do with it, and I'll show you right now. Click Start. I don't read the book. Nee, het meisje praat niet. Nee, het meisje spreekt niet. Nee, hij drinkt geen sap. So as you can see, I can just lay on the couch and learn my language by using Duolingo with Lipsurf. I think that's a pretty great thing. So as you can see, Lipsurf makes learning a language way easier, because now you can speak to Duolingo. And Duolingo already had some speaking exercises, but now you can speak on any exercise in Duolingo. And it also shows you what you should write. So this makes language learning way easier and way more fun. And also Lipsurf is easy to use for everything you do. So you can also use it for Gmail, just searching on the web, or whatever you can think of. Okay, so the third tip for today is catch up with natives. And now I hear you thinking, catch up with natives? How would I do that? I mean, I live in Melbourne or I live in Vancouver. You know how far away that is from the Netherlands? Well, I have a great tip for you, because as most of you know, and if you didn't know, then you know it now, I learn and speak Swedish, and I had to find natives too to practice. So I tried a lot of things, and a lot of things didn't work, but then actually a very basic thing that I just didn't thought of came up in my mind, and that is just going through a Facebook group and search for, in my case, Swedish people in the Netherlands. There I just posted a message like, hey, I'm Dutch, I'm learning Swedish, like your language, and I would love to meet up with someone to practice, and I can even help you on Dutch. And that worked really well, because I got a lot of messages from people who were ready to talk and eventually meet up, and there were actually living a lot of Swedes like very close to me, like in the same city where I live. So that's a really great tip, and if I were you and you are a little more advanced in the language, definitely try that. And the fourth tip for today is actually a very basic tip, but it also was a great benefit for me. So when I started learning Swedish, I also started with writing letters in Swedish. So what I actually did was writing a letter on introducing myself, or my dream job, or my favorite animal, just some basic normal things. And then when I wrote the letter in Swedish, of course, then I checked the grammar. So afterwards I checked like if it was okay, or if I made mistakes and why I made these mistakes and how I should correct them. This is actually the practice thing, and that just works really well. So I would really recommend you to do that. Tip number 5 is use Forvo. Forvo is a website where a lot of native people from probably every language in the world upload pronunciations. So if you don't know how to pronounce the word gezellig or hagelslag, afstandsbediening, fietsbandventieldopje, then just go to forvo.com and probably there will be a pronunciation uploaded by a native speaker. I'll show you how it works. So if you want to find the pronunciation of a word, then we just type in the word here. So for example, afstandsbediening. Then we search it, and then it says Afrikaans and Dutch. So let's take Dutch, and then we press the play.
Afstandsbediening.
And then it says afstandsbediening. And the sixth and last tip for today is use flashcards. Flashcards are very easy to use, and they make the way of learning more fun. So you can easily make flashcards yourself and keep track of the score, but there are also a lot of apps that allow you to create flashcards, so you don't have to use all the paper. I think if you go to your App Store or Play Store on your phone, that you can find a lot of apps that actually help you on creating these flashcards. So that were the 6 tips and tools for this video. I'm curious to hear if you already use one of these tips or tools and what you think is the best tip or tool for learning a language. Thanks for watching to this video. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel because that really helps me on making more videos. And as I always say, tot de volgende keer. Doei!